Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bananan. Bum 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 bananan. Bum 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 bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something like Jim Carrey. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, if matter of fact, I got bread on it. If Alexander Jones was just to be White House press secretary for, I just want to give the man 15 days. Alex Jones would wake up the rest of the liberals in America, and he would wake up probably 80% of the world to the deep state and what they're doing. This right here, this thing right here. Now I don't know if they about that action for real, but if he could do it, if they would allow him to do it, not only would I and you and everybody else that's a pundit make so much money, but the people would wake up unlike anything you've ever seen. This would be absolutely devastating to the deep state for the one man who knows everything that they're doing before they do it, the history of what they've been doing, what they plan on doing, why they plan on doing it from a natural perspective and a spiritual perspective, to get up there and go ham. Boy, I might give I might give one of my toes to see this for real. If our video from Next News discusses the possibility of InfoWars founder Alex Jones acting as Donald Trump's administration press secretary, the idea was first floated by Donald Trump Jr. and echoed by conservative podcast host and journalist Candace Owens. Now Jones has said he's up to the task, and notion is gaining real traction. Yes. Let me tell you something, boys and girls, dogs and cats. If Alex, the one and only Alex Jones, gets this, it's going to be devastating to the deep state. And I feel like he needs to do the first press briefing. I mean, it would be devastating to the deep state. And the media would have such a massive meltdown. Oh my God. I can smell the meltdown already. I mean, you really, and for those of you who will sit there and say, well, Alex Jones is this and he's this person. Bro, Alex has been right so many times about so many things. And the problem with Alex is, when you first start listening to him, you're like, this dude crazy. Because I remember when my friend put me on Alex Jones. We sitting outside on the porch smoking cigars. He says, man, you really need to listen to Alex Jones. I ain't listen to no damn Alex Jones. That motherfucker crazy. He said, brother, I'll make a deal with you. He said, I'm going to bribe you. I said, what's up? He said, I'm going to buy you an Opus X cigar. Now, if you don't know, Opus X is a real expensive cigar. I'll buy you an Opus X in agreement. He said, because I know you don't break your word. He said, I'm going to buy you Opus X. He said, and listen to Alex Jones for 7 days. And I said, okay, what time does he come on? He said, come on about 11 o'clock. He's on from about 11 to 2. Don't listen to nobody else, but listen to him. I'm like, all right, we'll do it. So he gets up, goes get the Opus X, comes back. He said, all right. It was Sunday. I said, I'm going to start listening on Monday. On Monday, I turn on Alex Jones. And he get the ranting and raving and going crazy. He got interviews and he talking over the people. And I'm like, man, this dude is disgusting. Why won't you let the people talk? You just ranting and raving. And he get to the end of the show and he makes this prediction. And he was like, and these leftist, liberal, crazy, Satanist sons of bitches in the White House are going to do blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. All right, I can get with that. Let's see what happens. So I put out the Opus X because I'm only going to smoke it while I'm listening to Alex. And I'm smoking it slow. Put it down. Opus, phenomenal cigar. Put it out. Leave it there on the porch. Come back the next day. Start listening. Light it up. And what he said the day before happened the day afterwards. And I'm sitting there and I said, hold on. This dude just said this was going to happen. And it happened. And then it happened again. By the end of that week, by that Sunday, he had predicted things that happened early in the week, and they happened during the weekend. And I said, no. I got to keep listening to this dude. I got to keep listening to him because I found somebody that know what the hell going on. Now, Quite naturally, somebody will say Alex Jones is crazy. Yeah, he crazy. Can you imagine knowing what your enemy is going to do and spending 20, 30 years telling people your enemy is going to do this to you? They're going to put fluoride in the water. They're going to turn men into women. And they're going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And you see it, you know it, and everybody think you crazy. Of course it's going to drive you crazy. Of course you're going to sit there and drink liquor, gain weight, lose your mind. Because you the prophet prophesied to everybody the things to come. And the prophet is not honored in his homeland. But it's time that man get honored. Alex, I think you should do it. I think you should do it and do it well, Alex. Listen to me. Do it, Alex. You do this. And you savage these people. And you deserve the opportunity, because at the end of the day, these are the same damn people that just bankrupted you, attacked your family, had your ex-wife attack you, drug you through court, put your homie, Owen Schroyer, in prison for January 6th, and he ain't go nowhere near the building. Oh, yeah. You got to do this to him. And they tried to whack you. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it to him. And you got to pull up in the InfoWars vehicle. You got to drive there. You don't fly there. You drive there in the InfoWars vehicle, and you pull it up into the White House in the armored truck. That's how you got to do it, AJ. That's how it's got to go down. This, ladies and gentlemen, right here, boy, it would be crazy. Watch this. While we on InfoWars, Russian President Putin denies Trump conversation. Of course he's going to deny a Trump conversation, because he ain't going to give them opportunity to be like, Russia. He's colluding with the Russian president. Russia. Of course he's seen it. Putin is tired of being the damn instrument that they use, the pawn that the media uses. So of course he's going to deny the conversation. But there is nothing illegal about them having a conversation. So I'm pretty sure they are back channeling, holding conversations between each other. Because Trump is trying to bring an end to the war. And you got to understand, the leftist media does not want an end to the war, because they're bought and paid for by the deep state and what you would call them, the military industrial complex. So of course they don't want this war to end. So yes, he's going to say, I'm not talking to Donald Trump. On Monday, Kremlin press secretary Dmitry Peskov said that there was no conversation between U.S. President-elect Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. On Sunday, the Washington Post reported that a phone call had taken place between the two, where Trump allegedly told Putin not to escalate the war in Ukraine. This is the most obvious example of the quality of the information that is now being published, sometimes even in a fairly reputable outlets. This is completely untrue. This is pure fiction. This is just false information, Peskov told reporters, according to Sputnik on Monday. Let's see what they're saying in Sputnik, because I should have a link to Sputnik. I want to see it from the Russian standpoint. Open. Kremlin shoots down false report about alleged Putin conversation. This is the most obvious example of the quality of information that's being published, sometimes even in fairly reputable outlets. This is completely untrue. This is pure fiction. This is just false information. What else did he say? Let's see. What does Donald Trump's decision not to hire Pompeo mean for the Ukraine lobbyists in D.C.? President-elect Donald Trump wrote on social media, what's known about Pompeo's ties with Ukraine. In June, Pompeo called the Ukraine conflict a European challenge, and therefore a challenge that the United States needs to be all in on. While speaking at the Royal United Service Institute, RUSI, in London, he insisted that Ukraine is central to America's national security. In late July, the former CIA agent came up with a peace plan for Ukraine, claiming he op-ed for Wall Street Journal that in case of a Trump victory, he would set a $500 billion lend-lease program for Ukraine, lifting all restrictions on type of weapons Ukraine can get and use. What? The plan also envisages bulking up America's defense industry, swiftly admitting Ukraine to the European Union and helping it modernize and develop its economy. So basically, Pompeo was saying, no, we're gonna make sure that World War III happens. Damn. Pompeo. No wonder why Trump came out and said he wasn't rocking with Pompeo. Ooh. Yeah. Don need to hurry up and get in there before they kill us all. Don need to get in there before they kill us all, baby.